Okay, this is Llangollen, and I'm parked in the long-term car park by the River Dee, and got on telescopic now, but £1 for 4 hours, not bad. Not bad. There's a view of the River Dee with some rapids, and that's where I'm heading. I don't know if you can see up on that hill, about 700 feet climb up to a ruined castle. We'll just go along here. There's a little alleyway and then onto the bridge. Another view of the River Dee and the rapids. Very busy tourist town, Llangollen. And I'll just go beaching large numbers of these picturesque railways way back in the 1960s, but this track has been preserved by volunteers. It runs a few miles along the Llangollen Valley. There's a nice little walk alongside the River Dee. There's the Royal Hotel. I just want to try and see if I can take a picture of the bridge. I think there's too many trees in the way. The autumn colours are out nicely. I think I can take one right here. Partially shows the bridge. There's a nicely positioned tea room right by the Llangollen canal. I'll walk along the towpath here for a mile or so. The canal's slightly elevated above the River Dee. This is self-explanatory. Nice houseboat. With the sun shining, the autumn colours are showing. The canal narrows a bit here, so only one boat at a time can go through. The leaves are falling. There's the castle up there. I'm hoping to be able to find my way up there. It's not the recommended ascent route from this side. There's quite a few canal boats jogging along. Unfortunately, these trees seem to border the canal, so this is only get brief views of the valley. I'm hopefully going to end up there. I think that the bridge, I've come all over a mile so far. I think there should be a bridge crossing the canal shortly. Here's the bridge. Hopefully I can find my way up to the castle. It's not the recommended route, but there are footpaths going up there. Leaving the bridge and the canal and going up this very quiet lane, which is a cul-de-sac lane, and I'll be looking for footpath signs where the route finding might get a bit tricky. This lane ends here at Llangollen Hall, and there's Llangollen Hall Farm, so I can see a footpath sign just about 50 yards ahead. Some nice oak trees. This is actually leading away from the castle, but It might zigzag back later on, but there's a clearly marked footpath in this direction. There's a fine ash tree. It's shedding its leaves, so a month from now all these trees will be bare. Now the footpath sign is down there, but this looks like fairly promising. At least it's going uphill. There's another nice specimen, tree specimen. This time it's an oak. There's a glimpse of the River Dee through the trees. There's lots of fine trees along this particular section. Now this, I'm not sure there's a gate. It's tied, but doesn't say private. But here looks like a beaten footpath going in that direction towards the castle. So I'll take a chance and see, and hopefully this doesn't lead to a dead end. That footpath was a dead end. So I continued up this track, which doesn't look as though it's particularly well trodden, and I'm fairly sure there's a footpath that goes up to the castle from somewhere behind that house. Walking along a sheep trail now. There is a little lane. Just, well, you can see a white van coming along it. So if I gain access to that, I'll be in the clear. Castle's just come into view, about roughly half a mile ahead. But of course, whether there are any footpaths, signed footpaths, I'll discover as I carry on. Those limestone outcrops up there are a landmark feature for people that drive in from the Midlands up to North Wales as you enter Llangollen Valley. This is a very long field, best part of a mile long. There's the castle, and the field carries on going. There's a lane just over the other side of that wire fence. Now, the question is can I escape from this field when I come to the end? There's Llangollen. There's another view of the outcrops. You see there's a scree. They're eroding away. The scree beneath them. There's some other fine trees in autumn colour. Now let's see, I'm coming to the end of this field, and there's very little in the way of gates that I spotted so far. Taking me in the clear. I just spotted a footpath sign pointing in the direction of the castle. I did manage to find a gate, so I'll go in the direction of this footpath sign, and hopefully I'll find another star at the end of this field. There's a good view of those limestone outcrops. In the distance is those hills which the Horseshoe Pass, the famous Horseshoe Pass that goes through. Now, is there a star? The star, I did a half circle of the field, and there's the clear footpath sign to the castle, but of course there's a barbed wire fence in the way. You can see someone outlined maybe on the top of that hill that can't quite see the castle ruins from here. Okay, up to that gate and back down the road. A place to park limited parking spaces there for cars that want to take a short route up to the castle. Very pleasant spot here. Just past another couple of walkers. Come down from the castle, which is up there. Okay, I've got a short, steep ascent here, up to the castle, maybe 200 feet above me, and I'll have a break. Quite a well-defined footpath on this side. Now I'm officially correct, but quite steep. I'm almost at the summit. There's this path quite steeply climbs up the hill, and you can see why the Welsh princes chose this location to build a castle. A little marker stone. The wind is picked up, and I finally reached the castle. There's very little of it that remains, and it certainly is an impressive location on this hilltop. I'll look for a sheltered spot in a minute, but I'll have just a quick look around first. Quite breezy up here. You can see very little remains of the castle, just some wall fragments, and that's probably the most substantial remain. There's a little information board on that wall. There are some people here, just two people have ascended to inspect the ruins. Possibly you can discern an archway there, and also a fireplace. Here's another arch. Down there, Llangollen, which I'll be descending to shortly. And if you can see, there's a raven perched on that wall fragment. Looks like some kind of a chamber that's somehow survived. They've got an iron gate across it. I'll have a break and I'll say goodbye now to this top castle, and descend back down to the town. Okay, and less than 100 feet into my descent, it's about a roughly 700-foot descent down into the town, and you can maybe see that giant well, that looks like a giant tent, but that's the site of the Eisteddfod, an annual Welsh celebration of music and, well, the Welsh cultural celebration. Rowan berries are out. This is not nowhere near steep. It's a nice zigzag, well-defined track, constructed track. Still continue my descent. probably, well, probably not quite halfway down yet. So it's quite a climb up there to the, from the town. One or two solo walkers like me are descending from the castle. And let's look at the castle. And there's a nice beech tree.